It actually happened pretty quickly as far as M&A process goes, but over the summer I started talking to investors about our next round of financing, and I also started talking to some other companies that we thought would be a good fit to join. I did think ultimately that a social media monitoring platform like ours needed to be part of a bigger collaboration platform or a big social enterprise platform to sort of fully realize the value of listening to the web and injecting that into the way that the rest of the business operates. So it made sense to me to kind of run both processes at the same time. And I think first conversation with Jive was probably in October sometime. I'd have to look at my notes. But at the end of the day, we went from term sheet to close in about 34 days. So it was very, very fast. And we did that in December, so over the holidays. There were other companies we were talking to. The companies had approached us 6 months earlier, and we were talking to some other people at the same time. But Jive definitely seemed like the best fit, both in terms of culture, technology stack, vision for the future of social media listening and engagement. So it all just kind of clicked. First of all, a little bit about Jive would probably be helpful. So Jive is the leader in the social business software space. Easiest way to think about it is like Facebook for the enterprise. So social collaboration, they provide both internal and external communities. And what we bring to that is sort of completing the 360-degree view. So social collaboration is awesome and incredibly powerful. And now, after using their software for a couple weeks, I've sort of left with the impression that if every company with 1,000 employees or more doesn't have something like this in the next couple of years, they're going to be left in the dust. But what that suite lacks is the ability to take conversations from the web as they happen and inject them into the conversation stream. Right. And so rather than two people in a 1,000-person organization knowing what's happening out there in the world, you can now empower a much broader number of individuals and groups within the organization to listen and engage and actually have internal private conversations about what's happening in the outside world. And reply all is not workflow, right? And so that's the ultimate problem. Somebody sees an article on TechCrunch or sees it in the New York Times, they send it to a bunch of people, 16 different people hit reply all, and it's just lost. There's no value in that conversation. And so we can take information and conversations from the web and then put them into a place where it can have long-term value. It can be index searched, people can see activity streams, there can be internal threads that split off and all sorts of things like that. So once we're fully integrated, it's going to be incredibly powerful. Yeah, I mean, our short-term strategy is to keep selling Filtrbox G2, keep supporting our customers, and what we do isn't going to go away, but it's going to ultimately be much more deeply integrated with the rest of the Jive platform. So real-time social media monitoring and engagement will probably always be available from Jive, and sort of what it's called and how you purchase it obviously will evolve over time. We sent out an email to everybody, let them know that the service wasn't going to go away or change. In fact, we just have more resources to make it better, faster. So that's not going to change. The existing relationship we have with our customers will stay the same, and we'll be able to provide them with more over the next year or so. So we haven't had any negative feedback from the customer base. A lot of people are anxious to see what the integration looks like and kind of see what's next. For me personally, some things don't change at all and some things change dramatically. So I now have a boss, which I haven't had in 5 years basically. So that's a readjustment for me. My role specifically is shifting where I'm really going to be focusing on delivering Filtrbox as a SaaS platform, SaaS service, to Jive as an organization and to the customers. So I obviously no longer have to worry about managing a board of directors, venture fundraising, and a lot of the sort of mechanics of running a software company, and really just focus on product delivery, and scaling both the scope of what we do and the sophistication of how we do it. So Jive's customers are the market-leading brands in 5-10 different verticals. They've got some of the best brands in the world using their platform, and now we have the opportunity to deliver Filtrbox to those brands as part of the Jive platform, which is really exciting. So that's going to be my focus for the next year, is just making sure that we nail that. I'm excited that both me personally and we as a company get to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to stay in Boulder. We're going to move into a new office and fundamentally just keep doing what we're doing. But now we've got to do it, faster and better to service a bigger market with a bigger company. So, it's always hard when you sell a business. Sometimes you want to walk away and say, I'm done and move on. And other times, you're sort of separated from it. So this is a great situation where we get to keep working on something we're passionate about, and then over time we'll start to evolve into the organization and get involved in some of the other products and projects that they've got going on.